What's up guys, welcome to the channel. It's been a while since my last video, but today I wanted to do a video on Green Zoro because Green Zoro has found its way back into the meta. It was kind of laying silent in OP14 because Mihawk was one of the most prominent decks in the meta, and this deck just gets destroyed by Mihawk because it makes Mihawk a 6k leader, and then from there it just you really can't do anything into it. So Zoro was not really that good in OP14, but now that EBO3 has new decks like Sanji coming back into the meta, Koby coming back into the meta, Purple Yellow Rosinante coming back into the meta, Zoro has kind of found its way back in because Zoro absolutely destroys those decks. So I wanted to do a video on Green Zoro today. Starting out with the deck list, not really anything has changed too much since when it was good in OP12 and 13. You still have your 2K Apus. You want to use these as 2Ks because you can use the 6 cost laws. If you're on 7 Dawn, you can, or 7 Dawn or something like that, and you don't have a body you want to put back in hand. You want the 1 cost that you can just put on the board so you can not have to put out a body that you don't want to take back into your hand. So you have your 2K Apus, Searcher Hiyori, Searcher Perona, find your green events and your slash characters. You have your Koshiro. Koshiro is good in the emo matchup because if you have a Koshiro on the board, then their Mars won't be able to do anything. So Koshiro important blocker saves your 5 cost or lower slash characters from being KO'd by an effect. You have 2K Mihawks. These are one of your best cards. This will help you really early game. It'll cheat out another card for you, and then later in the game you can use your law to get this 2K back in your hand. So it helps with pressure, and then it's also like a free attack, and then you can bring it back with the 2K. So very, very good card. Only running 3 Kuinas, not 4. You don't really need Kuina unless it's like really early game to rest their 4 cost blockers and stuff like that, but most of the time you can just play Tashigi the following turn and you'll be okay. So only running 3 of these. It's a 1K counter, that's why it's probably still random more than it should be, but yeah, 3 Kuinas. This Zoro, this is the best target for your Mihawk on your 3 Dawn play. You play out this Mihawk, then you can cheat out the Zoro, and the Zoro will restand you 2 Dawn, and then you can still swing 7 lead. So this is a very, very, very good character. You have a 2K Odin. This is another target for the Mihawk. In case you don't find your Zoro to cheat out with it, you can cheat out this Odin, and it's basically just a 5K swing, but because the Mihawk cheats it out rested, it'll be able to be swinged into. This ability that it has, it lets it become a 7K base power when it's like swing into, like when it's arrested. So it's really hard for them to take it out on the first couple swings. So you have a lot of pressure to build out. If you can't find your Zoro to cheat out with your Mihawk, you can always just use this. And then again, if you need the 2K later, you play out Law, take the 2K back into hand, play out a Tashigi or something from hand. So very, very good. Still running Cavendish. Cavendish, really good. You'll be able to have this on the board, and then when you go for your restand event, you can just swing with Cavendish, get those 2 Dawn back, and then you can swing 14. So Cavendish is really good. Tashigi, this is the heart of the deck. This will rest any 6 cost or lower, and then give 3 of the Dawn that you use to your leader. Very important card. Most of the time you want to mulligan to find your Tashigis into most matchups, especially like Rosinante and Emu and stuff like that, but this is like the whole heart of the deck. Then you're running 3 of these laws. You could low-key bump this to 4 and then try to take something else out because this card is just so good because you can just keep reusing your searchers and keep reusing your 2Ks, and then this will also cheat out cards like Tashigi, so you'll have like a free rest blocker, free 3 Dawn on your leader. Trafalgar Law is like a really, really good card, so I wouldn't mind if you want to take something else out and put this to 4. For the events, you're only running 2 events. You kind of want to keep these as like finisher DMGs. You don't really want to like spam them just to get value out of them, but 2 of them should be enough for you to find at least 1 throughout the game. You have your Perona and your Hiyori searchers. You don't really need DMG as much anymore, but it is really good for a finisher if they have a lot of blockers on board. So I do run 2. I did include 2 of these OP13 events. I know you're strong, so I'll go out from the start. This is really good into decks like Boa or like Black Croc or something that has like a lot of bodies on board and they go really wide, and you need to stall for 1 more turn in order to get the game. If they'll have a lot of bodies on board, Most of the time you can fake that you have 3 Dawn left over so that you can go for a restand play, but you'll just end up freezing 2 of their characters on their field, and then they won't have a lot of tempo and stuff to swing into you for go for game, and then that following turn you'll be able to do the restand and go for game. So I like running 2 of these. This really helps stall for that last turn, and then you can win on the follow. So that's pretty much the deck list as a whole. Yeah, nothing really crazy for Zoro here. It's just, you know, really easy, simple deck, brain dead deck. If you want free wins, play this deck. Yeah, we'll get into some games now. Here we are into UP Sanji. We're gonna want to take first here. First is our better curve. Okay, I'm seeing Tashigis and Queenas, which is really good for the Sanji matchup because you can rest their Sanjis that they play out, and then they won't be able to build up that trash to get them really big because they'll be dead. So I will keep here. I don't see the Mihawk play, the 3-cost Mihawk, but I am prioritizing the Queena and the Tashigis because these rest base cost. So they'll always be able to rest their Sanjis early on and then swing into the Sanjis. Okay, we see a Peroni here. We'll search. We'll take a 2K, and then if we can find something to cheat this off next turn, we can play the Mihawk next turn and see if we can get a lot of bodies on board so we can swing a lot. So we'll take his first hit and draw a card as well. So we'll have 2 chances here to find something for this Mihawk to play out. Okay, he's playing the Sanji early, so I actually might just ditch that play and just go for a Queena here, get this off the board early. He's building a trash right now for every, I think, 4 or 5 events. For every 5 events in trash, this guy gains 1k power, and you can't really remove him. So the only way you can take him out is swing into him while he's a low power. So I will do that. I'll take this. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna get rid of this. Put 3 on here, add the extra 1, just swing big into it. If he gives me 2 2Ks, it is what it is. We can just Tashigi on the following turn. Get rid of it that way. Yep. And then we'll just restand and we'll swing. He probably will take this. So he's already at 2 life. Has no bodies on board. So feeling really good so far. One of the things that he can do though is he can, with the new EBO3 support, he can just play out events from his trash with the new Reiju. So if he ends up, okay, not this Reiju, but the EBO3 one. So if he ends up like using Gravity Blade or Red Rock, then he can just play those out for free, and he can keep like Red Rocking my board and Gravity Blading my board, and I'll never have a board. But the good thing with Zoro is Zoro leader is your best attacker because you can just restand. So I'm not really worried here about him doing that, but it is kind of annoying if he ends up getting that play to go through. But yeah, he puts another one on board. He does have a blocker, so he'll be able to save the Sanji if he needs to. Regardless, I think it is the play to do that. Just swing into it. I think 8, no, because this is, what, 7? All right, we'll go 9. That way, if he ends up going for a block, he can't just 2K. He has to block and then 2K, 1K. I'm just trying to get cards out of his hand right now so that later down the line in the game, we can just DMG his Dawn and then swing for game. Because Sanji just plays events. All Sanji's deck really is events for defense. Okay, he ends up saving it like that. Yeah, we'll just restand and go lead here. Get him down to 1 life. He might block. Okay, he blocks. It's fine with me. Oh, he blocks and saves it. Alright, he's down to 3 cards in hand with 2 life. I'm feeling good. And now we can Perona and try to find a DMG. Okay, he does have a Red Rock and Trash now. If he does want to play that new EBO3. Oh. Bad math. Decided to let it go after spending Dawn to save it. Play Perona out. I guess we'll just take a Cavendish. We have a lot of cards in hand, so I'm not really worried about finding 2Ks or anything right now. I don't have another Tashigi to rest blockers or something like that right now, but I do have a Law. I can play the lot out, take the Perona back, or take the Tashiki back and play it back out if I need to. So, okay, he does play the Reiju out. So could probably play the Red Rock, or if he has a Gravity Blade or something. Bottom deck plays the Red Rock. Okay, Tashiki's gone. Okay, but with 3 cards in hand, okay, 4 cards in hand, I'm still feeling really good about this game. Okay, he plays an Otama, tries to get more cards in hand, but that's a 2K. Okay, he just swings 5 lead. We'll give him a Koshiro. Try to get him to swing with his Sanji here, so I can swing into it. Okay, we'll take this. See if we can find a restand. If we can find a restand here, I feel really good. Yeah, we'll search. We'll try to find something here. Okay, we do find a restand. So what's the math? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go 9, 9, 9, and just he'll have. Yeah, we might not even restand this turn, but it's just like we're too fast for him to really do anything. I mean, if he wants to commit 3 cards out of hand to save this Sanji, that's fine by me. Just restand, go 9 life, and then restand again with my restand event. He'll be at 0 life. Okay, he lets it go. Swing 9 lead. He takes. Do I restand? I might just save it because I know I bottom decked another one through that search, so it might be a little bit before I find another one. I might just play out. I might just play out a Koshiro. I have a Dawn up for counter if I need to, but I'm at 3 life, so I might not even do that. But I didn't really want to use a restand event there unless he committed like a lot of cards, because I know he'd be able to get out of that, and then I won't have a restand to go for game if he like double blockers or something. Okay, he's just swinging 5 lead. Give him a 1K. Plays out the Sanji again. Plays out another Sanji. And then he plays out a blocker. Okay. I mean, one blocker doesn't really mean much to me because I can just restand if he blocks the first attack. I will let the Hiyori go here. Okay, I'm not worried about dying on the next turn. I have like okay amount of counter in hand, especially if I leave a Dawn up for the event. And then yeah, so I might just do a law play here. Take this back and play the Cavendish out. That way next turn when I go for a restand, I can use 2 Dawn that the restand takes. It costs 3, and then I can use 2 of those back from Cavendish to put on the leader again. We'll leave 1 up for the event, and we'll just swing big into this. Okay, and then this 10k swing here, he's going to have to give me a Gum Gum Giant and a 2k. He only has 3 cards in hand, so he might just take this. So he just goes for the block here. I'll block into a Gum Gum Giant. Okay, that way he doesn't have to use more than a Gum Gum Giant. So he might end up going for game here, because I don't know if he... Like, I don't see a world where he thinks he survives the next turn, unless he, like, double blockers, but even then, like, assuming I have DMG in hand, like, that doesn't mean anything. And I have 2 blockers up right now, so I'm pretty confident that we will get this game. Okay. Draws cards with both bursts. He's just drawing a lot of cards. I guess he's just trying to find like more Gum Gum Giants or something. Maybe potentially trying to go for a way to survive the next attacks. 4k event for 1 card in hand? I don't know if that's the move. I mean, he is buffing these Sanjis with everything he's putting down, but... Okay, and he's using the last Dawn here. Okay, we'll just 2k out. We'll event out. Oh shoot. Probably shouldn't have done that. Save the Perona for DMG is better. You know what? I will save this. And that's because if he wants to swing with his blocker to get this Cavendish out, that's... I mean, I can just block with the Koshiro for 1. Okay, that's good. If he does end up doing that, we'll just block here. And then now he only has 1 blocker up. So my restand, I'll just restand off of it if I need to. Okay, yeah. I don't see another play we do here. I think we just go for it. I don't see a world where he has it. No Dawn up. Okay, we'll just start with a 7k swing. That way he has to give us 2 cards from hand, or the last life. Okay, and he just concedes. So he does have 2k, 2k, so he has 2 2ks, and he nothing off life because he has no Dawn up. We would just end up attaching 4, 5, 6. We'd attach 6, we'd swing 11, and then if he somehow gets out of that one, we Cavendish for 6. Restanding 2 from the restand event, and then we swing 11 twice. So yeah, pretty easy into Sanji. Sanji's really not too troublesome because he has to protect his board as well as try to keep enough counter to survive our big swings from Zoro. So it's another reason Zoro's good in EBO3. Okay, here we are into Purple Yellow Rosinante. Got a lot of support. We'll take first preferred curve. Yeah, so basically the game plan here is just mulligan for Tashigi's and just literally rest all their blockers and swing into them. Okay, turn 1 we have a Perona here. We do see a restand, but I kind of want to take this just because next turn we can do the Mihawk into the Zoro, and I'd rather do that than just find 1 restand. There's 3 more restands somewhere in this deck, and we can look for it later if we need to. So he finds this 4-cost law that ramps him. He finds 2 of them. Okay. Okay, we do have a Kawina, so we'll be able to rest them. But for this turn, we just play Mihawk into Zoro, restand 2 Dawn. Then we swing 7 lead. Get him down to 3 life. And then the Zoro restands himself, so they can't take him out. And if we ever need this Mihawk as a 2k later, if we draw into a law or something, we can play the law, play out the Tashigi, play out the Cavendish. We'll take this. Plays out the 4-cost law. That law is dead next turn. Okay, 5. Could play a Tashigi out here, but I kind of want to save it for the higher cost blockers that he has, because he does have 6 cost blockers. So we'll use the Kawina for now. And we'll just swing 5 lead, make it harder for him to defend this. Takes it. Swing 5 lead again. Okay, gives us 1k. And then we'll swing 8. Takes life. And then we swing 8. Okay. So yeah, Rosinante's ability is instead of a law being KO'd, he's allowed to take a life instead. But because it's not Doflamingo or something like that, it doesn't actually redirect the attack. So Zoro is still allowed to restand. So it is, you know, it's still fine for him to do that. I mean, he keeps the blocker on board, but now what? He has 1 life, only 7 cards in hand. I have 4 life, so I could just take my time swinging really big into him if I need to. Like, even without Tashigis and stuff like that, like, it's gonna be really hard for him to survive. Swinging 4 here. I mean, we can let it go. I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, he's gonna play out a 6-cost blocker. Okay, that's why we saved our Tashigi. If we were to play Tashigi on the last turn, we wouldn't have anything to rest this. We'll take this. down to nothing really. Yeah, we'll just rest this, put 3 here. This is 8k, so we kind of want to swing 10 into it. We'll swing 5 for now, see if he gives us the free block with this law. Okay, he does. So that gives me the okay to just swing big into this. Let's see, it's 2 2ks out of hand. See, now I just swing into this. He'll probably take this life. Now he's at 0. If we find a DMG, it's pretty much game over. He's given us 2k, 1k, 2k, 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 1k. Resonance does have a lot of bricks, so I mean, it's not technically a bricky deck, especially with the events that can take a 2k out of trash. But there is a possibility right now that he doesn't have much counter here. Okay, he plays out another blocker. Ramps him. Plays out another blocker. Okay, so now he has 4 blockers. If he, even with DMG, he does survive this turn. We'll try to stay healthy here. We'll give him 2k, 1k. If we can find a law, that'd be great. Okay, we don't. Guess we'll search with Piranha, see what we can find. Find another Optcg. I mean, I'm not scared about dying next turn. We'll just try to take out some of these characters on the field. Yeah, we'll just rest this. Put 3 here. Maybe we go 6, so we don't have any free blocks. We don't want him to have a free block here. So there's 2k. We'll go 7 here. I don't think he has many 2ks in hand. He just blocks with that one. Okay, so he might not have a 2k here. Yeah, we'll save. Yeah, he just concedes. He doesn't. He knows that he's not gonna be able to survive or kill me next turn with 3 life. Especially if I leave the 1 Dawn up. But even then, without it, 2k, 1k, 1k. We find a 2k on our last life, and then we just go for game. I mean, yeah, this deck just steamrolls Resonante. There's really nothing he can do when we keep resting his stuff. So yeah, it's really good for Zoro again. That's why he made it back into the meta. Next game. Okay, here we are into the Koby matchup. He chose to go second. I don't know if that's good or bad for us, but we do have a good curve here, so we will keep this. All right, well, Piranha, try to find a target for this Mihawk. Don't find that, but we do find a Optcg. It's going to be very important in this game. We want to keep his amount of characters on his field like as small as possible. We don't want him to make him build up a character and then swing really wide. So try to rest and swing into what we can. Okay. He draws Kujaku. So this is the annoying one that can make his entire board plus 2000 power. So I need to make sure that he doesn't have a board for that to work on. Okay. We don't have a target. Oh, we do have it. We already had the Zoro in hand. Okay. You know what? I will indeed play that out. I didn't think I had it already. I was thinking of going Kowina. Oh, I'm on 3 Dawn anyway. Never mind. This was definitely the move. Try to make this 4 cost or 4 life leader 3. There we go. Love to see 3 life. Okay, he plays out Hibari. Hibari will probably be able to swing into this. Yeah, we let it go. I'm not gonna dump my hand for a swing. We'll take this. See what we can find. Okay, 5. I kind of just want to swing into this Hibari because it's going to keep giving the ability to the active characters to swing into active characters. So I don't want to put a Optcg down and the next turn my Optcg is going to get swing on really big. So we'll just get rid of this while we can. I'm thinking 8 might be enough because then I can still play out a Koshiro. or he has to give me two 2Ks from hand, which seems fine. I think this is already one of the 2Ks. We'll swing 8. I think 8's a good number here. If he gives me two 2Ks from hand and he already has a 2K on the field, I'm fine with that. Okay. So we'll swing 8 lead. Okay, he gives me 2 cards over hand for that. And we'll put out a Koshiro. Okay, this is looking pretty good from our end right here. We still have our Tashigi or in our Kawinas. Okay, so we'll be able to Kawina. Yeah, we'll be able to Kawina and get this off the board next turn potentially. Okay, draws Koby. Give him our Koshiro. Okay, so this is 8. So with this, we'll have what, 6 on this. We'll be swinging 11. We can swing 10 maybe. Yeah, we swing 5 on leader, and then we swing 10 into this. I think that's better. Yeah, I think this is the play. Because then he has to give me 3 cards to save both of them. And I don't think he's going to let a 5K swing hit. Okay, now we Kawina. Rest this. Just swing 10 into it. Okay, yeah, but now he has 2 cards in hand. Okay, but this gets trashed. Oh no, he can trash a card to keep it on the field? Is that how it works? Okay, so now his board is getting pretty big, but we still have 4 life. We'll be able to swing into this next turn, get rid of that plus 2K, and then we'll be able to work on these bigger bodies. I mean, he might die before he even be able to get me down to 0 though. If I find a restand event with the next 2 turns, I think he just loses. Okay, he's going for a swing on this. That's fine. I wasn't going to save this anyway. Okay, and then he swings leader. Okay, we find our restand event. That's really good. Okay, with 9 right here. I mean, he has 3 cards in hand. If I go 5 and rest is Koby, right? And I get 3 on leader. I'll have 4 left over. So I'll be able to go 9. Nah, I think I just go for singling this guy out first. I think I just go for this guy first. Maybe that is the play. Then we just dump our hand to keep this guy alive. Maybe we just put this on the field just so we have it for the next turn. Yeah, I don't mind that. So what do we go here? 9, he's 8. If we go... Yeah, we just go big here. Into this. We just put this Tashigi on the board so that next turn it'd be easy to swing into. It'd be another body we can swing into his leader with. But I think we just win next turn. Okay, he plays out character that he can trash and then plays out a Hibari. That way he can swing into my Toshigi with one of these guys, I'm assuming. I mean, you can try to clear my board, but with no blockers, I just swing 12-12 with the restand, you lose. Unless you're trying to go for game now. But they can't swing into anything but characters, so we're fine. Sure. Okay, he does draw a card off of that. Give him 2k. Take this. I mean, it doesn't matter regardless. Okay, he just passes it. All right, I think it's just game from here. I think we just go 7 and then 12-12. He doesn't have any blockers up. I mean, even if he did, I would just restand. Oh, yeah, I gotta use the restand event. GG's. Yep. Alright, so Zoro does do pretty well into Koby, I'm assuming. I actually don't know. I like, in theory, it sounds like he should. No, he said, GG's. Bro's mad. In theory, it sounds good, because all his characters that he wants to keep active, like, I can just rest and swing into them, and he'll never be able to build a big board in time. Especially trying to, like, keep the characters alive. Like, I can swing 9 into his 7s, and he can choose to keep them alive, but then I just swing into his life, and he has to take. And with him taking life so early, it's like, there's really nothing that Koby can do with Zoro. I mean, obviously, if I low roll, I don't see any Toshigis or Kuinas, so I'm sure that Koby can win. But if I see my stuff I need, like, I don't think there's anything Koby can do. Okay, here we are against the Vivi leader. Vivi is the new leader for EBO3. Chose to go first, taking first from us. So we are going second here. We don't have any turn 1 plays, but I like the Mihawk into the Zoro with both of these cards. So we will keep this. We'll pass. But I do like this curve right here. Take this. So he can give rush to a character, and then he can also save his characters from being KO'd by trashing a card. So Vivi, pretty strong leader. I don't know if it's going to be like tier 1 or anything, but it's definitely a strong leader. Play Mihawk into Zoro. Well, we'll swing 7 and then set up a Hiyori as well. Okay, I do need to be careful. I don't have a crazy amount of counter here. Okay, and then he'll rush 7k lead. We'll take it. It's fine. It's a blocker. Okay. We have a Toshigi for any other blockers. Maybe we do just play it out right now. We could also just play out Law. Yeah, I think Law is definitely the play here. I mean, 8, he's just gonna 2k. We'll see what he does. Okay, he lets it go. And then the Zoro will restand itself at the end of the turn, so don't have to worry about him dying. Okay, I'm liking our board so far. We saw the Mihawk into the Zoro, and then the Law to pull back this 2k back to our hand. So now we're chilling on counter. So I am really liking the position we're in right now. Okay, he plays out another Nami. So he'll have 2 7k swings coming at us. We can get out of one of them. I don't really want to spend that much counter. Okay. Yeah, this Toshigi's just dead. Then we'll counter this one. Do the Queen. We don't have any restand events, so I kind of want to keep the Perona. Oh, well. Actually, we'll Hiyori first. We do find a restand. Okay, so if we wanted to restand this turn, so we'd have 9k swings. I actually do like that. We'll go 5. We'll go 6. Okay, and then we'll go 9. Try to clear this board up. He can only do the leader ability once. Okay, he actually counters out of the first one. And then leader ability, swing back into it. If he gives us a card, he only have 3 cards in hand on the following turn. Okay, so he's at 1 life with 4 cards in hand. We do have something to rest to block her if he doesn't want to block her up right now. See how this goes. He could clear our law. Okay, he's gonna have a double attack coming through. So what is this, 9? He might even go 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. I kind of have to take the double attack. That's annoying. I could save this law and just eat the double attack. Or I could save the double attack, but then I would have no... Yeah, we'll eat the double attack. We'll save the law. Oh, we can't even do that. Oh, shoot. I forgot that he minuses. Uh-oh. Okay, well, massive misplay there. Okay, well, he just goes for the Hiyori. Okay. Okay, you know, I'm not mad about that then. So 8 costs, we can't use our freeze event on it to stall 1 more turn. I mean, we could freeze both of these Namis with the event. We'll see if we can find another restand. We take the DMG. No, we take the kosher, right? No, we take the DMG. No, we take the kosher. We definitely take the kosher here. Take a 2k. Okay, so if I freeze these Namis, okay, we definitely start with a 5k swing here. Okay, there's 1. To freeze those, that's 3. So we'd spend 5, and we can still swing 8, 8. I think I like this line. Okay, trashes a brick from hand. And then we can freeze these 2 and then block her for the double attack. If he has a way to get around this I think we're still fine. 3 life. Yeah, I think we still survive. Yeah, he just concedes because there's nothing he can do here, right? I mean, he can Ben Beckman, trash or Koshiro, give it rush. But then that's only 2 swings, and even with the double attack landing, we would get out of this. And it's not banish, so I even get a restand off of that, and then I swing 12-12 next turn. Yep. So I'm not sure if Zoro's good into Vivi, but we definitely play that well. Getting a little scary towards the end, having no counter.